Tom Brady returned to New England to face off against Bill Belichick and Mac Jones. He brought the rain with him. Let's get into the video.
Welcome to an 11th Hour NFL Immediate Reaction. I'm Brad here with Chris, and the New England Patriots and Tampa Bay Buccaneers just finished up their game on Sunday Night Football. Tampa Bay winning 19-17, and Tom Brady's return to New England was marketed all week. This is probably, and Chris is going to disagree with me here, but I think the most important and biggest regular season game in the history of the NFL. You have the GOAT, Tom Brady, returning home to where he got his GOAT status. Absolute monumental game, one of the most anticipated games, whether what you think of Tom Brady or not. People have been looking forward to this, marked on the calendar since it was announced way back 6 months ago or however long the schedule. And as a Patriots fan myself, it was very bittersweet, this game. You had all the lead up to it all week. We've been seeing the videos. There's been a lot of bad press, specifically around Belichick. I don't even want to get into that because a lot of that is just kind of out of left field, probably not true stuff or exaggerations, but just all the videos, Adele singing. It's been a lot for a Patriots fan. And the game, I mean, Chris, what do we think of this game here? I'll let you get into that before I keep going here.
Well, I was excited to actually finally have the game after a week of the talk and and I get it. I mean, Tom Brady at this point, we have to say the GOAT.
Yes.
It took me. I mean, I was on the fence about, and then I saw those people in GOAT costumes, and I'm like, okay, I can't disagree with a guy that's wearing a GOAT costume in the rain at the start of October. You know, it's not even Halloween yet, and he's out already wearing his costume. So, but all this talk going into the week, I was so frustrated with just the drama and all this insertion of all these. Oh yeah, we forgot to mention like these guys hate each other, and now all of a sudden, it's so just people trying to get in, those clout goblins trying to get in. But finally to see the game, I thought immediately I see the rain. And I take a look at Mac Jones. I take a look at Tom Brady when they first were starting out. Low scoring game. It's going to be especially that first half. The rain was just tough for anybody putting that ball into the air, whether you're kicking or you're throwing, whatever. But also, I mean, there was a lot of nerves in that building. There was a lot of tension, especially for Mac Jones. I think Mac Jones definitely had some eggs in his brain. You know, there's a lot of emotion going into this game. This is the highest profile game that he's had as a rookie quarterback. The energy at Gillette Stadium was crazy. And how do you think he settled into that game?
Well, I think that this start was going to be shaky, and it's been a little bit of a shaky start to the season overall for Mac Jones. But coming into this, this is one of probably the most high pressure games he'll have in his career. And it might sound weird, but you're looking at a Sunday night football game, his first primetime game in the NFL against Tom Brady coming into the building. And though Cam Newton was the quarterback last year, Mac Jones is replacing Tom Brady. And people are looking at Mac Jones, and us Patriots fans, we can be a little bit delusional. You go back to our NFL season preview, I was saying that Mac Jones is restarting the dynasty. Patriots fans are putting a lot on Mac Jones' shoulders already. They're looking at him. They're like, the expectations are through the roof because he's expected to be what nobody else can be, and that's the man across from him on the field being Tom Brady. People are expecting that out of him. So in this game, he played very well tonight. He threw for almost 300 yards, 2 touchdowns, a pick. The pick, debatably, not really his fault.
Not his fault. That's off the finger. It was a bad decision to throw there, but it was a good throw. It was tough. I mean, the guy was getting double cover, and bad situation in the rain. Visibility's bad. You know, it's whatever.
But it was the best game that I've seen Mac Jones play as a Patriot. And I think it's something that the Patriots, even in a loss, they can begin to keep building on with Mac Jones. And it's looking like this season the Patriots might not do as well as some people might have thought, and that they might not be going for a playoff spot. I mean, they can always come on late. So they're only 1-3. But this is really going to be the start of the Mac Jones era. And as long as he keeps learning and growing, and it's a marathon, not a sprint. This year, especially with how good the Bills are, it's to be expected that the Patriots aren't going to be right at the top of the division. And if Mac Jones keeps growing, improving, showing improvements like he did today, especially facing off against I'll bet the secondary for Tampa Bay is not up to par as some of the other teams in this league, but he showed out good, especially in the rain.
Well,
But Chris,
okay,
a lot of talk
now
was
I'm gonna,
about Tampa Bay's secondary.
I'm getting in here. I'm thinking, man, Tom Brady's in the thumbnail. He's in the title. We need to give people Tom Brady. So I'm going to talk about my thoughts about the Bucs offense. I thought Tom
Mhm.
looked again. Even he was a little bit off of his usual self. He's coming off of a kind of a patchy game last week.
Well, the
Coming
rain
in.
too. The
And
rain
the
was
and
it
the
was
rain
raining very hard.
and the rain really hard. And I think to his benefit, two things favored him, right? Or three things. One was just that the crowd, being at home, you're comfortable, whatever. The O-line was giving him a whole lot of time in there. He was very well protected, especially in that first half.
Mhm.
And the third thing, I think Fournette was really picking up a lot of the slack in that, being it's tough to throw in the rain. And I think one of the things that really helped him was that the focus was so much on Tom Brady. And even
Mhm.
though even if you're a professional defenseman and you're in there and you're saying, we got to focus on the full, this is not just about all this stuff. Your mind is still on Tom Brady. He's a former teammate for a lot of these guys. You're thinking
Mhm.
about him. He's so dangerous. And Fournette was able to kind of work out a lot of plays that he kind of slipped through the cracks for in the first half really well, which favors you really great when it's raining and the run game is gonna get you the win here in the first place.
Especially in the rain too, and Tom Brady's safety blanket and Rob
Mm-hmm.
Gronkowski was out for this game.
Mm-hmm.
Who Gronkowski is his favorite target by far throughout his entire career. So and it's translated well with the Bucks. Gronkowski's out. We don't even know how long he's going to be out for. But for this game here, the wideouts were able to kind of pick it up a little bit with Antonio Brown, Mike Evans. But you're right, Fournette really shown out. Fournette's really starting to prove. It started last year, and it's just continuing this year. Why he was the number 4 overall pick. The talent really is there with that kid, and he still has a. People are thinking he might be a bust. The kid's got a lot of potential still in this league. But Brady, yeah, I mean, they gave the ball to him with way too much time on the clock. I mean, you
Mm-hmm.
give Brady the ball back down with 5 minutes on the clock. I've seen it so many times as a Patriots fan, and everybody in Gillette Stadium knew when they kicked that ball back, the only hope was going to be that when the Tampa Bay Buccaneers scored, that there'd be enough time on the clock for the Patriots to do something, and there
Tom
was.
Brady's gonna Tom Brady's gonna use his time though, and
Yeah,
uh,
he's going to use the time.
mm-hmm.
He's like you said during the game. There's nobody better with time management than Tom Brady. He's done it so many times in his career that when he gets the ball down with time left on the clock, you expect him to score.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, it would have been a beautiful situation if Mac Jones could have got the ball, drove it up the field, and then Nick Folk kicks that winner. Would have been kind of a passing of the baton from Brady to Mac Jones. But it wasn't meant to be tonight. Nick Folk missed his first kick in his last 36 tries. It's a tough kick in the rain, 56 yards. Doinks, very tough doink to see. Kind of soul crushing on a very emotional night already. But you, as a Pats fan, I think looking at this game, you got to take the positives. That when Mac Jones was able to put you in a situation to win the game against a team that many people in this think that is the best team in this league on a high intensity, high pressure night, he was able to do this after some shaky losses. In all reality, it was good to see, and I think it's something that they can really build on. And if you're the Tampa Bay
Now
Buccaneers, Chris, where do you go?
I I'm gonna focus you. All right, the final embrace. Tom Brady, Bill
Mhm.
Belichick. What's going through your head on that?
Well, I mean, I delayed the start of this video to make sure I saw it.
And then
It
we
was
almost didn't get to it. We're running out of time, man. Let's go.
it was quick. Are we finishing
No,
up
I'm
here?
I'm teasing you.
Oh,
Just say
okay,
it.
okay.
Just to,
Okay. So it was quick embrace. I didn't expect anything more. I mean, that's what the relationship was. It was a professional relationship. Do I think that they hate each other? No. They can't.
yeah, but dude,
They've done
we
so much.
need a body language expert in here to say how are the vibes? Okay, how are the vibes? And now that's going to be the conversation. Tomorrow?
Well, I would ask you. No,
consider
Chris,
this
I
the
would
water
ask you
cooler
as
warm
somebody
up.
that's
This is the
impartial,
conversation. Yeah.
and somebody that's impartial to the situation. What did you think of it?
Well, look, realistically, I'm going to whisper to you and I'm going to say, yeah, that was exactly what I was expecting. They have a professional relationship. They're grown men. You know, you don't even usually go to the quarterback as a coach. You go to the other coach first, whatever, But I just know the whole conversation, for the sake of the clicks, for the sake of the water cooler warm up that this is. I mean, we're getting you ready for the water cooler talk here on Sunday night. I mean, big drama. Big, huge drama. That's what I'm saying. Now, finally, corner case. Literally. Richard Sherman. What are we thinking there?
I mean, what are your thoughts? Because you had a lot to say during that game. I've said a lot here already.
Mean, a lot of Mac Jones's completions were in the vicinity of Richard Sherman. I'll leave it at that. But anyways, final.
Yeah, I was gonna say Mac Jones knows how to pick out the weak spot in the defense in the secondary, though.
Yes, so that's a good trait. I mean, it doesn't take a genius to pick out that weak spot, though. Anyways, Brad, final thoughts, and then finally, what can the people do after this?
My final thoughts on this: was a very emotional night, especially after my Blue Jays were finally eliminated from playoff contention in the last series. So I was going through it today, all day, and it's been a tough day, but there's good things on the horizon for the Patriots. So I'm excited for that, and Tampa Bay is going to be a contender throughout the entire year. So with that being said, please like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoyed. This was our first NFL immediate reaction. We do a lot of UFC ones, so check out that playlist. We have CFL videos every week. If you're into the Canadian Football League, 350 and 500 subscriber giveaway, and we'll see you later.
See ya. Subscribe to our YouTube. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Maybe even click a like if you like Tom Brady or you like the Patriots or you don't like them. Just leave a like. Just whatever you want to do, leave a like. Or dislike. YouTube likes those too. For the algorithm. Goodbye.